Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I am the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
Let us hunt something.
You can hunt.
Oh, have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Good morning. Welcome back to another curated top 10 for the 14th of August, a Tuesday from steemhunt.com, a product hunting site incentivized with the Steem blockchain. So you get paid in Steem, which is the cryptocurrency of the Steem blockchain. All right, let's jump into the first one of today. The first one is graphene jacket. That's right, you can now buy a jacket made of graphene. It looks pretty cool, actually. It's definitely something that I'm interested in purely because of the design style of it. It's only one-sided, covered with graphene, and it's only a single atom thickness. Graphene is the lightest, strongest, most conductive material ever discovered. Has the same potential to change life on Earth as stone, bronze and iron once did, but it remains difficult to work with. So because it's difficult to work with, somebody's decided to make a jacket out of it, and you can get one for the low cost of $695. Crazy material, so strong and so stretchy that the fibers of a spider web coated in graphene could catch a falling plane. Just let that sink in for a minute. That's how strong graphene is. Next up is Cafe X robotic coffee. I'm kind of down for this, to be honest. Like, if there's one thing that I could speed up, it's definitely going and grabbing a coffee, be it in an airport or be it in a city that I didn't really know that well. Being able to go in and just, like, I'm not really bothered about seeing the robot thing and the process of it, but definitely speed. As long as the quality is as good as a barista making it, then I'm down for it. Bring on our robotic overlords. Alright, Band Charge is the next one. Wearable wireless charger. The only reason why I included this today is that it's such a smart innovation to have, instead of having a battery block, to have a bracelet, right? Because you can do wireless if you've got your mobile in your hand, then you're literally only that far away. Oh, sorry, I'm getting all like distortion from my green screen. You're only that far away from your phone, so you know you have your phone in your hand a lot of the time. You might as well be wirelessly charging it from a bracelet. I can definitely see that technology being applied to watches itself, like battery. I wouldn't mind an extra thicker like wrist strap on a watch, or like a tracker, if it could also do wireless charging. So I think that is like the holy grail, a wireless Fitbit style tracker that can also charge my phone. Imagine having a 10,000 milliamp battery that could charge your phone and the Fitbit. So you just drop it onto a pad, charges up. Actually, I don't know why pads are not everywhere in cafes and bars, so you can just chuck all your stuff on the table and it charges up. I'm sure that'll be everywhere in the next year or two. Alright, next up is Personal's Hair Care. Unique hair calls for unique care. So I put this up because I'm a bit of a sucker for flat design, simple colours. And this seems to be a massive marketplace these days. A lot of money is being spent in these areas. Custom hair formulated just for you, starting at $25. Like, I kind of always knew that we would end up in a realm of designer drugs, designer code, designer programs. Never really thought about designer healthcare, not to this degree. Customization requires an accurate assessment of your hair type, goals and lifestyle, and then they work together with a pro stylist to build a consultation, help you have a formula created uniquely for you. Super clever. They're gonna make a fortune. Customization will always win, and their design is simple. You know, it's simple. From our NYC lab to your shower in 5 short days. So a week for them to put the formula together. Very personalized. That time period actually builds in the kind of like, oh, it's being customized for me kind of thing. $25 a piece, not cheap. They're going to be making millions, trust me. Next up, Aqua Sprouts. The Aqua Sprouts Garden. Combine your aquarium and garden into a low maintenance ecosystem. So I know a little bit about this in terms of, you know, the fish at the bottom, they're getting fed from the nutrients that come from the plants, and then obviously they poop, and it's like a 360 degree cycle. You have like either the hydroponic lights on the top of it if you're inside it in a flat with very limited light, and it's like a whole ecosystem. Everything returns back, if you like. All in your own home. Aqua Sprouts Garden turns any standard 10-gallon aquarium, so you can put any aquarium in it, which is kind of cool, into a self-sustaining ecosystem. The fish provide nutrients for the plants. The plants clean the water for the fish. That, you know, something like this is ideal to have with children around, because one, there's the pet element, but also then they can see that the herbs and the you know, whatever you're growing in the top gets used in food. Then you can have that conversation about waste. You talk about like maintaining the fish ecosystem. You know, we need fish, or we need certain species to be able to feed on other species. That's just the law of how things work. And pretty reasonable. $170 for the garden, $50, $60 for the grow light, and $16 for the aquarium light. Kind of cheap. You know, you can buy a standard aquarium tank locally and then build this in. This is definitely something I would like to build. Next up, Orion Parka, a jacket that can withstand extreme low temperatures. Now, I put this onto the Steam on site today because I had problems loading it. I think it's just my VPN, so I just decided to use the one on the Steam site. The Orion Parka is a jacket that can withstand extreme low temperatures of minus 196. I'm not sure if a human condition could like exist in that on the outside, and keep the temperature inside the jacket at 31°C. Now, if I have a whole bodysuit of that, that'll be all right. Like if I can have like it wrapped around my head and glasses made out of the same material. This solar core aerogel, never heard of that before. Sounds incredible. Lowest thermal conductive solid on the planet, but put simply, that means aerogel is the best insulator in existence. Sounds like something that you want to pad your Nomad van out in. I wonder if you can buy that stuff and just like pad it out behind all the metal inside the van, and just have like a really good air cooling system. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into this aerogel, because it looks super stretchy as well. Solar core. I'm making some incredible textiles these days. Next up is Adobe Animate CC. I kind of feel that they're trying to change and simplify and make these platforms a little easier, because when I looked into Motion, I was completely blown away how difficult Motion is. I want something that I can learn with, and it's simple, and I can learn tutorials. The thing that scared me about Motion more than anything is that I didn't want to do something that like spent 20 hours when I could do it with a couple of emitters or like presets. Learning how to get functions done quickly rather than spending so much time learning a process to then have to rewrite that in your head, find an easy process. This looks like it could be the thing to go for. The only thing I don't like about Adobe is their pricing point for their package, like $20 a month for like their Creative Cloud. I'm really not into that. It sounds like a lot of money, but it does look like they've simplified it. It looks very much like a Photoshop kind of environment now, but for video editing or for video animation. So I'm kind of into that. And I like the idea of doing simplistic like Motion. You can export to HTML5 Canvas, WebGL, Flash Air. Who's using Flash and Adobe Air anymore? And custom platforms like SVG. You can include code right inside your projects and even add actions without having to code. Camera and layer depth improvements. Camera tool now enhances the effect from zoom, rotate, and pan, so you can create the illusion of depth in your animations by placing assets in different planes. That could be really cool for some like parallel action, you know. Next up is something very close to my heart. Beer jet, maximizing your pouring power. The fully automated revolution in beer dispenser technology made in Austria. The Austrians know what's up. When you've got like a high volume event, the one thing that you're gonna have is just stressed out people at the bar, because it's just gonna be a constant torrent for like 2 or 3 hours. So anything that can speed up the process of pouring pints, absolutely down for. And this company looks like they've crushed it with their Beerjet 6. They've even got a mobile version. Can you imagine having one of these at like your party? I wonder if you can like rent them out. Beautiful website, by the way. I would have probably put a video at the top here that they can click on as well. Last two today then, TX Active Cement. So I had to mention this one because obviously we've just been through an incredibly warm period here in the UK, which is very rare for us. and there's one thing here called the TX Active Photocatalytic Cement. So it's kind of cement that I presume can either absorb heat, and instead of it like putting out like certain emissions, they found a way to make that clean, like clean the air around it. So early photocatalytic cements were effective in keeping surfaces clean. The level of photoactivity achieved with TX cement is such that it actually abates the organic and inorganic substances responsible for air pollution. Crazy technology. The more we start applying some of those smart technologies to our everyday things that are out there, I mean, the amount of concrete car parks that cover America, they must be a storage of heat, right? So, and they must also create all of this like organic substance that like affects air. So anything that we can do to fix that, or like offset it or complement it, or abating air pollution in the process, it's got to be good. And finally today, I had to throw a bit of a daft one in here. The Top Dopico's barbecue donut. Share a barbecue on the water with your loved ones in a friendly atmosphere. I kind of tried to find a reason not to include this on Steam Hunt last night, but actually a barbecue on a table that spins around with all the different foods, and you can go out on the boat and you've got like a cover over it in just this little confined area. Sounds pretty cool, actually. Is it innovative? Well, I think the boat is. I think like the whole food setup and everything is. Having a bunch of people around you so you can talk to everybody on the table, I like that. I hate the idea of like sitting on a long table, not being able to talk to the person opposite, at the opposite end. So having people like literally being able to talk next to you and then the person opposite and have like shared conversations like that, it's kind of cool. And that's it for me today. If you've never been to the Steam Hunt website before, now more than ever is a good time to get on the platform, because if you are a Steamian, you are entitled to free Hunt tokens. Now I'm not going to get into Hunt tokens today as to what they are, but you can claim 1-to-1 the amount of Steam power that you have in Hunt tokens. There's already been like 7% claimed, millions of Hunt tokens already claimed. About 2,000 people have claimed them, and I think it's a really good way for you to get started on the platform, get incentivized with these Hunt tokens, find out what the roadmap is going to be like for Steam Hunt and Idea Hunt and Review Hunt, all these additional verticals that are going to come a little bit later on, after the wallet and everything else is done, and after it's listed on an exchange. This could be one of the futures of brand advocates and audience development when it comes to social media and brands. And so that's why I'm very interested in it, because previously working with a brand for a year in America, and also one in London called 1,000 Heads, one of the things that I learned from working with Crayon for that year on a contract was that they need a lot of content for them to be able to disseminate it down to find the exact kind of video they're going for, to send that back to the brand. This kind of amplifies that, and you know, you can link your brand advocates directly, go straight to the brands, which it just amplifies that whole thing for everybody involved. But then also uses crypto, a decentralized money side of it, for bidding and things like that. So super excited about it. This is what the website looks like as of August 2018. All the links are on the right hand side. When you click through, you appear on the left. Click the white button, takes you through to the link. If you want to add your own, you click on the plus button next to your profile at the top. Put in the name, subtitle, pictures, description, tags, all of that stuff goes onto the Steam blockchain when you publish it. But it also goes onto the steamhunt.com website for a day, for 24 hours, where people upvote, comment, and retweet it, reshare it, and hopefully you'll move up the chart. And if you're anywhere in the top 100-ish, then you get a upvote via the bidbot, which runs about midnight Korean time, which is about 4 p.m. GMT in the UK, and then it starts again. So if you've got a cool product, you do a search first of all on the website, see if it's not already listed. If it's not listed, then you can put that product up, put some pictures, put a description up to 1,000 characters, and you're off to the races. I hope that helped you today. I hope you enjoyed some of those products today. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Take care. All the best. Oh, before I go, don't forget to take part in the collaborative video. I put up a little preview, so actually at the bottom of this post, so check that out. We've got about 20 odd lines left, so put your name on there, record the video, you'll be in the collaborative video. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Prepare the path of a steam.
Smell of steam.
Stomnassie, wat is een stomnassie? Stomnassie.
Why shouldn't a guy let off a little steam?
The steam.